Hi guys, welcome to another video. This is so exciting. I have something new that I want to share with you guys. This is a complete and utter impulse purchase. And I have said before, impulse purchasing isn't always the best idea. However, I've also said in my videos that some of my best ever purchases are impulse purchases. And as long as you are thinking with an educated mind and being true to your gut, your sort of gut instinct, yeah, we don't always get it wrong. I think this one was worth a gamble. What is it? Well, I'm just so excited. Let's get going. I am going to lay some of the blame on this, not fully, because I do have my own mind. I do make my own decisions, but I was heavily influenced by two of my favourite YouTuber friends, Amelia from Amelia Rose's Closet and Meredith from Living Lux with Meredith. Now, why am I blaming those two gorgeous women? Well, they both have this bag. And anyway, shall we get into it? And then I will explain everything and you'll probably understand why I'm blaming those two. So let's get this open. So it doesn't come in a box because this is pre-loved. In fact, it's not only pre-loved, it is vintage. It's my first ever vintage purchase. I have some bags that are vintage now, but I bought them back in the day. So this is a bag from Louis Vuitton. And it comes in, yeah, it comes with the dust bag, but no box. And what did I choose? I'm so excited. Does that give you a clue? Clue, anybody? Look at this. Oh my goodness. This is, let me introduce to you, this is the Speedy 30 in the black multicolour canvas in the monogram. Oh my goodness, this bag is 20 years old. It is absolutely beautiful. Honestly, I got this for such a bargain. I just thought it was worth the punt, if you like. So let me bring her a little bit closer. You can see the canvas is absolutely beautiful. The leather, and we'll come on to this, the leather is very well worn. You can see, I don't know if you can see here, the top of the handles, very, very much patinaed, but beautiful, just beautiful. So let me give you a little tour. So obviously it has the metal corners, and that goes around the front. There we have the side and then the bottom. If you can see all of that, the canvas is beautiful. There are a couple of places, I don't know if you can see this, where there has been some fading, like here there's a little bit of fading of the canvas, but it is near the edge and I think that is going to happen. And I knew that when I bought it, I knew that. So let me show you. It's got this beautiful pocket on the front. I know, guys, I know, you can see on the side here, 1, 2. I said that I would never buy, well, I don't know if I said I'd never buy. I said I really don't like the S-Lock and that I would try and avoid it at all costs. It's annoying, it scratches, it's not my favourite. So I had the Pochette Matisse, the original monogram version, and I also had the East-West version in the monoglam. I sold both of those. That satchel style with the S-Lock, it just didn't do anything for me. So why, oh why, have I bought a bag that's got 2 on there? Well, firstly, this is a vintage bag and that was the style. I know they're still using the S-Lock, but if I wanted a Speedy, that's what it came like. And there's one on the side, which I'll show you in a second. However, this is a zip. This is a Speedy, you can see inside. It's really lovely and clean inside as well. So that's the inside and it has a slip pocket. But the S-Lock is not how you get in and out of your bag. therefore I don't have to use it. It's on the pocket at the front. So the pocket it's a lovely feature. It's tiny, literally fitting nothing in there. And then at the side is just, let me just show you this. This is where the zipper goes across, and it's still beautiful. I've been trying to do this one-handed. She says it's beautiful. So it has the tab on here, and then that does go into the S-lock. And the clochette is here with the key, so you can actually lock this with the key. Now, I'm not going to use that. I'm just not going to use that. So again, yes, it will just hang down and it might rattle. It really, really doesn't bother me at all. Now, you might see that this piece, the leather, is slightly different to the rest of it. Not quite as patinaed. That has, apparently, from Louis Vuitton, that has been replaced. And this little tab here has been replaced. The rest of it is the original leather. So I'm blaming Meredith on this, because every time she unboxes a vintage piece from Louis Vuitton, and it is in the black multicolour, I'm just so, I don't know if jealous is the right word, of course it's not, but I love it so much. And yeah, I decided that I would keep a lookout and try and find a bag that, isn't too much money, and that maybe I can get my hands on one. And I thought I would take a leaf out of her book, if you like, and try and make sure that the canvas is beautiful. This has got some fading on it, but majority of it is really lovely. And therefore I can get a quote to get the leather and maybe the hardware all replaced, because you can do that at Louis Vuitton. So I had decided that I would wait to see what this was like in the flesh. Obviously I'd seen loads of photos, I'd asked lots of questions, but I did want to see this in the flesh, because if it all has patinaed at the same rate, then there may be a point where I don't want to replace it, and it just looks vintage, and it's supposed to look vintage. And so I decided that if it was quite, sort of really nicely patinaed, I would maybe leave it. And if it was really needed replacing, then I would look into it. Because there's a couple of pieces that haven't patinaed as much, it is slightly, as I say, there's a couple of pieces that don't match exactly. And there are some marks, you can see here. There are some marks on here, but when it arrived, I actually thought I really like it the way it is. It looks so vintage, and yeah, I actually thought I do like it. But I thought I would get a quote, so let me just find the prices to replace all this leather. You won't believe it. So if you see me referring to the side, it's because I've written all of the prices down. But anyway, for Louis Vuitton, to replace the handles, so the two handles with I think these are called chaps, so 4 of those and 2 handles is £470. You can see where this is going. For the metal corners to be replaced, all 4, would be £440. For the piping, the leather piping around the edges here, that's £115. For the leather bit here that's on the pocket, that's £205. For the little leather tab here, I think that's what they're referring to, £115. And this bit here, which actually doesn't need replacing, but I suppose if you replace the rest of it, then that would still look odd, because that's patinaed a little bit but not as much as the rest. That would be £180. So that just gives you a sample. I think to replace everything, all the leather and all the metal on this, it didn't refer to the actual S-locks themselves, but anyway, it was over £1,700. £1,700 to replace all of those bits. So yes, suffice to say, I won't be doing that. I actually love it. And I know what Meredith says, that actually you can restore this, and at least then it's your, when you use it, it's your use of it that brings the patina. But yeah, I don't know, I'd have to check with Meredith, but I don't know if the prices of doing the replacement in Australia are completely different to the UK. But for me, no, I love it as it is, so I am going to stick with it. as it is, and any money that I I suppose would have put towards restoring this, then yeah, I'm going to use that against something new, because for £1,700 I could buy what could I buy in Louis Vuitton? I could buy a Epi Alma BB. I could buy my Neverfull in the canvas. I could buy in the Damier Azur in the GM. What else could I buy? I could buy a Fendi mini baguette. There's quite a few options. So anyway, I'm not saying that I'm going to have, it's not that I have to spend that extra money. I'm just saying what else I could do with that money. So anyway, let me know, guys, what you think. I wear so much black. I'm not a massively colourful person, although I'm dipping. You can see behind me, I'm dipping into more and more colour in my collection. However, this was the one for me. I don't mind the pops of colour. The background is black. I prefer this so much to the white. The white isn't for me. Oh, I just love it. I just love it. Oh, and the reason I'm mentioning Amelia, and I'm blaming Amelia as well as Meredith on this one, is she has this exact bag as well. And yeah, she's never used her bag. She keeps it as a pristine piece. It's more like an artwork piece. And yeah, every time I see it, I think, oh, it's so beautiful. It really is. So yeah, I've got my own now. So I've been a complete and utter copycat. It's what we do. We influence each other, don't we? Anyway, let me know, guys, what you think. Isn't it absolutely stunning? Again, I will do some I'll do a review and first impression when I've had it a little bit longer, and I will do a comparison to the Speedy 25 if anybody wants that. Anyway, I just love it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on another one.